Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm waiting on more people to come in. This is the second time I'm going live today, which is crazy. I usually don't do this, but we're doing it tonight, okay? I'm just on live on TikTok tonight, not on YouTube like usual. And today we're talking about I want to talk about 3 hidden reasons that are causing your fibroids to continue to grow, okay? So if you have fibroids, if you have any womb issues, you're going to want to listen to this. And also, I'm going to also do some Q&A as well. So I want this to be interactive live. We're not going to be on here too long, but I wanted to do this live. Okay, so welcome, welcome, welcome. As you guys are coming in, tap on the screen like the video so we can get more women in here. Okay, again, I'm talking about the 3 reasons, the 3 hidden reasons. Thank you, 501 Rex. Like the video as you're coming in. Thank you. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I want to talk about today the 3 hidden reasons that are causing your fibroids to continue to grow. Okay, so if you have fibroids, if you have other reproductive health issues, definitely let me know. You're in DC, okay? I was just, well, I used to live in DC. I moved a couple months ago, so welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, if you're currently battling with fibroids, let me know in the chats. I would love to know. Again, I went live earlier today. We talked about enlarged uterus and why it's dangerous and why you are dealing with an enlarged uterus. If you have fibroids, if you have an enlarged uterus, if you have any type of hormonal issues, you may want to watch that live. And the live is on YouTube. The replay is on YouTube, okay? So I will definitely take questions. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna answer your question in 1 second. But does liver issues have anything to do with fibroids? Yes, 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 yes. As a matter of fact, if you have fibroids, your liver is overloaded by default. The liver is struggling. The liver is overloaded. Okay, the elimination organs are overloaded. The body's filtration system is overloaded, right? So when we have fibroids, there's huge levels of toxins in the body. The body's acidic. So it's important that you understand and know that. A lot of women don't know that. They don't know that these issues are occurring when they have fibroids. So they think that these issues are separate, and they're not. Okay, when you have fibroids, you have to understand it's a full body issue. It's a full body issue. It's not just a uterine issue. You realizing that now, okay? Yeah, that's why I do these lives, because women, there's so many women that have a ton of health issues, and on top of that, fibroids, and not understanding that those are linked. If you study estrogen dominance, right? When your body's in an estrogen dominant state, there's so many health issues that can occur. So they are linked. That was a great question. Let's talk about, so we're talking today, ladies that are coming in. Let me know where you guys are watching from. We're talking today about the 3 hidden reasons why your fibroids are continuing to grow. Okay, so let me know in the chat, have you noticed that your fibroids have grown? Maybe you felt them. Maybe you've experienced more intense symptoms. Maybe you've actually gone to a doctor, had an MRI to confirm that your fibroids are growing. If that's you, let me know in the chat. And for those that are watching me for the first time, hi and welcome. My name is Sasha. I am a holistic womb specialist, and what I do is I partner with women all over the world. I work with women literally all over the world to help them dissolve their fibroids, reverse reproductive health conditions. And I do that through my womb detoxification framework that targets the root cause. I'm all about root cause healing and root cause solutions, getting to the root of the problem. Because if you have fibroids, it's not just a uterine problem. It is a full body issue. There's a lot that has to happen in the body before we develop uterine tumors, okay? We're gonna talk about that today. So, okay, one of your fibroids have grown. Put a 1 in the chat if you're just coming in. If you are you've experienced your fibroids growing, whether were confirmed to you by ultrasound, MRI, or even if they were confirmed to you by, you just feel them growing. Perhaps you have the enlarged uterus, the fibroid belly, you feel it growing. Perhaps your symptoms are getting worse. If that's you, definitely let us know in the chat. Okay, and I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why your fibroids are growing. Okay, I'm grateful you're here to help. Absolutely, absolutely. And this is what I do. This is literally what I do. I help women understand and know that take control of their reproductive health, number 1. And not even just with fibroids, with endometriosis, with adenomyosis, with pregnancy, with fertility, because women have been taught, unfortunately, that they have no controls over their reproductive health. They've been taught that since childhood. Thank you so much for the roses. Yep, that's me after myomectomy. Okay, I know it's so depressing. I know, I was there, so I totally understand, because there's not enough information in the doctors. The doctors are not telling women what's really going on. They're just saying, hey, let's have a myomectomy. Let's get, take out your uterus. And those are not cures. They're not. Let's do surgery. Though they're not cures, because they come right back, as you guys probably have experienced that. Let me know in the chat, have you experienced your fibroids coming back? Okay. So I do want to say real quick, before we get into the 3 reasons why your fibroids are growing, we do have, that's what the doctor is saying now. That's what they do. 2 surgeries. Wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. So we don't want to have no more surgeries. If you're watching this, and let me say this, if you're watching this and you have a myomectomy scheduled for fibroids, or a UFE procedure, or a hysterectomy, cancel it. I would say this. If you don't want to cancel it, at least push it back and take the time to heal your body first. Take the time to heal your body first, okay? And if you want assistance with that, I do have, again, this course. I was saying that it's our Veterans Day flash sale. Fibroid Eliminator Bundle is just on sale today. It's only today. So it's only $111 if you're interested. If you want to do this process on your own. If you want to, we've had amazing results. We've had a woman flatten her fibroid belly within a month of using this. So we had a woman that used this that had 27 centimeter fibroids that's felt a difference in 2 to 3 weeks of using it. So FYI, okay, this is a steal, by the way. So you might want to get this bundle. It's only available until midnight, and then it won't be available on the site anymore, right? This is just a Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day, everyone, especially if you're in the States. I know that I don't know if other countries celebrate it, but happy Veterans Day. If you're a veteran, thank you for all that you do. We appreciate you. Now, number 1 reason why your fibroids keep growing. Your internal environment is inflamed. Hear me out. Thank you for the heart. I appreciate. Thank you for the gift. Your internal environment is inflamed. What does that mean? That means that not only are our hormones out of balance, we're dealing with inflammation in the body. We're dealing with lots of toxins in the body. Our body's in a state of stress, right? When our body's in a state of stress, when our body's inflamed, that's going to cause our hormones to be out of balance. That's going to cause our gut to be backed up. That's going to cause our body not to be able to absorb nutrients. This is why you're anemic. And people look at anemia as an iron issue. It is an iron issue, but it first and foremost is a gut issue. Your body's not absorbing iron. Why? Because the digestive system, the elimination organs are overloaded with toxins. So if you have fibroids, you have to understand that your liver is overloaded. Your kidneys are overloaded, right? These elimination organs that help our body, the lymphatic system is congested. These elimination organs that are supposed to help our body process and get rid of waste are struggling right now, right? They need support. Now they're seeing cysts on my liver. That's very common with women that have fibroids, cysts on the kidneys and the liver, because those those organs plus more are affected when we have fibroids. Understanding fibroids is a full body issue. I need you guys to understand fibroids is a full body issue. It's not just a uterine issue. It does not just mean your uterus has these tumors and that's it. It's deeper than that, because why the actual tumors, these are tumors, develop because the body's inflamed, the body's overloaded, the hormones are out of balance. You have to understand that, right? If you don't understand that, you just this is why women think that surgery is the cure. It's not the cure. It just removes the fibroid, but then it grows back. You still have the environment that caused the fibroid to develop. That's still in your body. You still are estrogen dominant. You still are, again, you still have the sex hormones becoming out of balance. You still have low progesterone, right? You still don't have enough progesterone to actually balance the estrogen appropriately. So this should be a concern to you, because not only is it just fibroids, this is why women that have fibroids tend to have other health conditions as well. So their internal environment is inflamed when you have fibroids. Your internal environment is inflamed. So we have to, like I said, we have to rebalance the hormones, restore the hormonal balance, and not just the sex hormones. It's not just the sex hormones that are affected when you have fibroids. Also the cortisol, the insulin, because those are the foundational hormones. You can't repair your hormones. You can't heal your hormones if you don't start at the bottom, if you don't start with the foundational hormones. Because the cortisol is called the insulin, the dysregulated insulin, and the cortisol is causing the body, the hormones to become out of balance. It's causing a ripple effect with the other hormones. Hopefully you guys are following me, okay? So it's important. You got to get that internal environment together. Understand, fibroids can shrink and dissolve. But let me say it again. Fibroids can shrink and dissolve. Fibroids can shrink and dissolve. But you have to take care of the internal environment. You have to get to the root cause of what's causing your fibroids to develop. What caused your fibroids to develop? What caused your fibroids to develop? It's so important, okay? Why don't doctors give you a medicine for progesterone? Some do, but you don't want that. You know why I say that? You don't want progesterone because it's not the same progesterone as the progesterone that your body naturally makes. Do you know what you want to do instead? You want to heal the organs, heal the glands, so the body is secreting the right amount of progesterone, secreting enough progesterone. Heal your body so your body knows the difference between real and fake. And these hormones that you guys are getting, a lot of times when people are getting synthetic progesterone, I call it synthetic because it's not real. It's, it grows the fibroid. It grows the fibroid, right? So you have the key should be restoring your hormonal balance. You have these hormones naturally. They did not lose their function because of your age. That's a lie. That's a lie you've been fed. Okay, for those of you just coming in too, if you want a guideline on not only how to shrink your fibroids, if you want a to know how not only to shrink your fibroids, if you want a self-study kit that's going to literally spell it out for you, not just shrink your fibroids, how to shrink your fibroid belly. If you guys have been following me for any length of time, you know that I am, when it comes to the fibroid bellies, I am the fibroid belly dissolver, not just a fibroid dissolver. I have women dissolve their fibroid bellies as well, okay? And if you are dealing with enlarged uterus, fibroid belly, fibroids, hormonal imbalances, we have a flash sale today only. The fibroid eliminator, the fibroid belly actually eliminator bundle. That's what I meant to say, sorry. It's $111 on 11/11 for Veterans Day only today, okay? And if you want more information about that, the link is in my bio. Y'all grab this because it's not going to be available after midnight and it's not going to come back. I've been messaging you. I haven't gotten your messages. Oh my goodness, you know what the best thing? I didn't get your messages. The best thing, honestly, is to email me. The best thing is to email me because I get that instead of reaching out to me on social media. The best thing, honestly, to guarantee a response is to email me because I get lots of messages. So, so please reach out to me via email. If you want to email me, the link is in my bio. You'll see an envelope symbol. Click on that. It takes you straight to my email. Okay. So another reason why your fibroids are growing, and ladies, put a 1 in the chat if you're dealing with fibroids. Now that we have more people in here, put a 1 in the chat if you're currently dealing with fibroids and you're currently on a journey to shrink and dissolve them. Okay. I'm curious. I want to know who is here, who is ready to shrink and dissolve their fibroids. Hey, Jew. Okay. 1, we got some 1s. Okay. 501 Racks. She is Mrs. Curry. Okay. Who else is here to shrink and dissolve their fibroids naturally? Who else is here to shrink and dissolve their fibroids naturally? Anybody else? So let's get on to the next reason why your fibroids are growing. Okay, so for those that have noticed their fibroid growing, they've noticed fibroid growth, maybe, within literally, some people can touch their belly and feel their fibroids. Some women can, they see their symptoms getting worse. Some women, they have the growth confirmed by the doctor. Hey, your fibroids went from 2 centimeters to 5 centimeters. So they have that. I have a small ovarian fibroid. Okay. Multiplication. What do you mean? Oh, you mean are you saying you have multiple fibroid? So if that is you, if you can feel your fibroid growing, if you have fibroids, you have 10. Okay. We got a lot of work to do. Okay. We have a lot of work. For women that have multiple fibroids, they have fibroids larger than 5 centimeters. You got a lot of work to do. I'm on birth control too. You might want to get off. You may want to get off. Let me explain why. Before I get to the next point of why your fibroids are growing, let me comment on birth control really quickly. Okay? You have it if you have PCOS. What do you mean? Toughman? I'm not sure. Birth control infuses your body with synthetic hormones. It suppresses your ovulation, which is healthy. You're supposed to ovulate. It's healthy. Anything that suppresses the ovulation is actually harming the body. It strips the gut of nutrients. It does so much, like there's a long list of what it does to the body. Suppresses your own natural hormones and floods your body with synthetic hormones. A lot of women develop health conditions after being on birth control for many years, maybe not immediately, but years later on down the line. And if you have fibroids, birth control grows your fibroids. A lot of women have even developed fibroids from birth control alone. So if you're on birth control, get off now. I know that, listen, I know with the symptoms, a lot of people use that to suppress their symptoms, but stop suppressing and actually heal. I want you guys to stop suppressing your symptoms and actually heal your symptoms. Get to the root cause of the problem, heal your symptoms. Stop suppressing. You're causing more harm by then trying to suppress your symptoms. As a matter of fact, unfortunately, when you live in the West a lot, you know, when you're following Western medicine, they teach you all about suppression. They don't teach you about healing. But I am letting you know, listen, if you continue to suppress, it becomes not only a reoccurring issue, it becomes a worse issue later on. So we want to get to the root cause of what's developing the fibroid, not suppress it with birth control, not infuse our body with synthetic hormones. So that's my little rant about birth control. Birth control literally kills. Literally, it's literally a grade 1 carcinogenic. I've been on birth control at 18, but got off a year later, but I'm 35 now. Could be built up toxins, absolutely. And birth control contributed to that, as well as other things, of course, yeah. And if you're on birth control, my advice is always to get off. If you need to wean yourself off, I have worked with women who were not ready because their bodies were so toxic to get off. And as soon as if they would have gotten off immediately, they would have just started flooding, bleeding. So I weaned them off, right? I weaned them off. If it's that bad, I wean you off, right? And never had an issue. Never, right? So it's important. Y'all get off that poison. That's what it is. It's poison. I am 51, never been pregnant, on Depo-Provera for 10 years. I'm angry. My mother placed me on. I am so sorry. That's one of the worst ones. I know I want to get off birth control. I also get ovulation pain when I'm not on it. I'm 35. Get off of it. You just heard me read Rosemarie comment. She's 51, never been pregnant. She's been on the Depo shot for 10 years. I hope she's off now. She's angry that her mom put her on it. Birth control at 13 and then off by 23 and never conceived. I'm so sorry. I'm 44. Everyone keeps telling me just wait for menopause. I just did a video on that. I just did a 501 Racks, get on my email list. I literally, number one, I wrote a long email about that. Do you guys know when it comes to fibroids, the women that are being diagnosed now, the group of women that are being diagnosed now more than ever are women that are perimenopausal and menopause and in menopause. Fibroids does not shrink at menopause. As a matter of fact, they grow. That's a lie. Look at the studies. That's a lie. Y'all have to stop. Look, study postmenopausal fibroids. The majority of women being diagnosed right now are women that are dealing with perimenopause and menopause. They have lied to you. So there's women in their 60s dealing with menopause, 70s. Yes, they contacted me and reached out to me. There's a woman in her 70s actually that reached out to me a few months ago that was dealing with fibroids for 40 years. You don't want that to be you. Fibroids do not go away at menopause. So suffering and waiting all the way up until then, you'll be waiting in vain. It doesn't make any sense, okay? So let me get to the rest of the reasons. Another reason, what can we do to help our bodies? You got to get to the root cause of the problem. Number one, address the internal environment. That was the point I made earlier. And if you guys want to watch the replays, get on the email, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will put the replay of this on YouTube just for the ones that came in a little bit later. But number one, you want to address the internal environment. Your internal environment is inflamed when you have fibroids. Okay. And Rosemary, do you currently have fibroids? But anyway, this also is for women that have other reproductive health issues as well. Because the same thing is, the same thing applies. If you have endometriosis, if you have PCOS, address the internal environment. The hormones are out of balance. The organs are overloaded with waste. Okay, very stressed. The body's in a state of stress. So number 2, okay, and also too for women that have fibroids, we have this Veterans Day sale, flash sale, just FYI, shameless plug. The fibroid eliminator, the fibroid, I'm supposed to put belly, fibroid belly eliminator bundle. Okay, just for today, it's $111. It's only being sold today. I brought it back only for today. $111, and this is a steal. What's in it? How to dissolve your fibroid belly, healing your hormones, which needs to be done when you have fibroids. It also helps you with lifestyle, like what to do, how to design your lifestyle into a fibroid healing lifestyle. It comes with a fibroid detox as well. And something else that I can't think of right now. But it comes with a lot. If you want more information, click the link in my bio. Read about it, what comes with it. But get it before midnight. Okay? Midnight is like literally in... What time is it in the U.S.? 6 hours away? Yeah, it's about 6 hours away. So don't miss out on this. Because my courses are not this price. Because they have too much... They're packed with too much information. 538. Thank you. Don't miss it. Okay. Number 2, your nervous system is in survival mode. Why your fibroids keep growing? Because your nervous system is in survival mode. If you're operating in survival mode, if you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop, if you feel unsafe in your body, right? If you feel unsafe at your job or where you live, if you're always in a state of fight or flight, right? And you guys as a woman, we know when we are. That is why your fibroids keep growing. Fibroids will grow when the body's under stress. And if you're in fight or flight, your body cannot heal when you're in fight or flight mode, right? So when that's the issue, you have to address that. That will destroy your health, okay? A lot of women are in survival mode. They're in fight or flight. They don't feel safe in their bodies. They deal with severe anxiety. You have to regulate your nervous system. I've worked with many women that dealt with anxiety. You have to regulate your nervous system. And as somebody that's also dealt with it as well, you have to regulate your nervous system. And I know it's easier said than done, but you have to make that single mom, no support, severe anxiety. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You have, and this is why I tell women, right? I know that, life gets hard, right? Things happen. We're in situations that we don't really plan for, but you have to make, I hate to say it, I hate to sound cliche, but you have to somewhat make the best of it and somewhat, I always tell women, design a beautiful life for yourself, right? Design somehow, some way. I don't care if you don't have the money. The best way you can design your ideal life. Design your ideal life. What tends to happen is that life beats us up. We feel hopeless. As long as you're still alive, you're not hopeless. You got to design your ideal life, right? So you have to pull yourself out of that, right? You got to pull yourself. I'm trying my best. I feel like I cry every day. See, we don't want to be in that state because that's gonna, again, that's a fibroid trigger. That's a fibroid trigger. And yes, let your emotions out, but then in the same breath, we want to also too plan for better, right? Plan for better. And the beauty of it, when you're on your healing journey, when you're addressing fibroids, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of times when you have fibroids, you feel stuck. Fibroids is physical stagnation in the body. Things are not flowing like they're supposed to. They're overloaded with waste. Literally, fibroids are literally tumors, uterine tumors. So everything is connected. That translates to emotional stagnation, feeling stuck in life. And like I said in my last live, if you have fibroids, if you have womb issues, those womb issues translate into your life. For example, your womb is a reflection of your life. Your womb is a reflection of your life. So if the womb is in chaos, if the womb is, heavily bleeding, the womb has tumors, uterine tumors, if it has all of these issues, adenomyosis, if the womb is the feminine organ, your sacred feminine organ, then that's a reflection of your life. Your life is chaotic. Your life is in overwhelm. you feel stuck in life. You feel like you can't bring forth your visions, your dreams. I was there, and I work with many clients that have fibroids. And these issues also have spiritual root causes. They're not just physical conditions. They have spiritual root causes as well. But you know what's the beauty of it is? When you're on your womb healing journey and you start healing your womb and you start addressing those emotional blocks in your womb, you also see your life starts opening up. You feeling stuck, you start to be lifted out of that. You start to get more intuitive hits on what to do next and what moves to make next. You start to open up more opportunities in your life. You start to open up more abundance in your life, whatever that looks like for you. You start to tap into your gifts, your creative gifts. Fibroids is block creation, block creation. So it's important that there's something blocked with your creativity. The womb is a creative organ. The womb is a creative organ. So if we have tumors there, what does that mean? Right? It's not only going to impair like the function of the womb, it's also going to have an impact on us as women, right? This is why the fibroid healing journey, the womb healing journey is such a beautiful journey. It's not just about getting rid of fibroids. It's deeper than that. It's about you returning back to you, about you releasing a lot of this emotional stuff that you've been holding on to, these emotional blocks that you've been holding on to, starting to work through that stuff and releasing them, right? It's about you feeling whole again as a woman, feeling more anchored in your womanhood, feeling more aligned with your body, aligned with your natural cycle, aligned with your hormonal health. A woman that has that, I'm going to answer your question in a minute, the one about pregnancy. A woman that hormones is out of balance, her life is out of balance. She is out of balance. Okay, so if the fibroids are shrinking, will they grow back during pregnancy? So JoJo, it depends on what are you doing to shrink your fibroids. It depends on, are you doing this the natural way? Are you getting to the root cause of the problem? Okay, and make sure that you guys are following as well, and also get on my email list as well. I have blocked tubes. Yeah. Do you have also fibroids? A lot of women that have fibroids have blocked tubes. Those two go, for some reason, go hand in hand, but I know some women can just have blocked tubes and that's it, right? And that's inflammation. So it's important that you still have to get to the root cause of the problem as well, okay? Yes, and PCIs. Okay, so yeah, a lot of women that have fibroids literally their tubes are blocked. They're not functioning the way they're supposed to. Sometimes it's, it's for different reasons. Also, women that's had surgery, uterine surgeries, a lot of times it's scar tissue that's causing their wombs to be blocked. If you've had any type of uterine surgery, if you've had fibroids or myomectomy before, also uterine scar tissue is a real thing. Okay, yeah, so, but you know the beauty of it, when you're on this journey of healing, it can also be dissolved. I've had women dissolve scar tissue. Yes, scar tissue. If you want to read more about one of our clients in our client case study, 2C sessions. Okay, 2C. Okay. We have a client in our client case study that did not only just get rid of fibroids, she also got rid of unblocked her tubes, got rid of adenomyosis, got rid of precancerous cells in her cervix. Yes, and much more. And if you want to read more about her story, how she worked with me for 6 months in our Detoxify Your Womb program. If you want to read more about her story, the link is in my bio. Just tap on the client case study. Okay. Yes. Listen, and she was also dealing with infertility as well, because she had fibroids for the 3rd time. She had 2 previous surgeries before working with me. She couldn't get pregnant. She tried everything to get pregnant and could not get pregnant. Okay. She even tried fertility treatments. They shut her kidneys down. She could not get pregnant. The doctor was like, we tried everything. I don't know what, So what they did was, so she worked with me for 6 months in my Detoxify Your Womb program. And a few months after working with me, after the 6 months, she got pregnant. For the first time, natural pregnancy at 40. At 40, okay? That wasn't by chance. That's because we had done the healing work. Everything you're saying makes so much sense. Thank you, I appreciate that. I stopped my fertility journey. Are you wanting to get pregnant now? Do you mean endometriosis fit into all of this? What do you mean? So I'm not understanding your question. Are you asking what about endometriosis? That's amazing. I have cysts on my cervix too. Yeah. A lot of women, like, okay, so when you have fibroids, when you have these uterine issues at all, it's very easy to get another reproductive health condition. It's very easy to get another reproductive health condition. Very, very, because you're estrogen dominant. This is why you see a lot of women that have fibroids, they have cysts, they have PCO, they have fibroids and PCOS, fibroids and anemia, fibroids and endometriosis, fibroids and adenomyosis is very common together. It's very, like, when your body is inflamed, when your body is when your fibroids is a full body issue. So when you're dealing with fibroids, it's very easy to also have other health issues occur. Anything from other reproductive health issues to autoimmune disorders, along with fibroids is very common, to gut issues like IBS, very common. H. pylori, very common with fibroids. Fibroids is a full body issue, okay? My youngest is 12. Okay, you're saying you're not trying to have any more children. Is that what you're saying? So another reason why your fibroids are growing, and for the women that are just coming in new, put a 1 in the chat if your fibroids are growing. If you've noticed they've grown, maybe you've noticed, or okay, 501 rocks, you can. We got to go on our healing journey. We got to heal our wombs. We got to heal our wombs so that baby has a safe space to land. Okay. I have 7 fibroids. They're 2 centimeters. The biggest one is 3 centimeters. How long will your product take to shrink them? It depends on you. However, I'm gonna be real with you. Okay. If you working with me, it's not gonna take long. 2 centimeter fibroids, it's not 3 centimeter fibroids, it's not gonna take long. If you work with me for 6 weeks, they can be gone. They're not that big. However, if you're doing this on your own, I can't tell you that. Okay. Now, if you're doing this with a course, you got a course, which is our self-study course, like the Fibroid Belly Eliminator Bundle that we have today for $111 only today. That price is only today, and this course is only for today, $11.11. If you're using that and you're following it a month, 2, but sometimes when people follow courses, they don't follow everything, right? But when you're working with somebody, it's different. It's like, okay, it's personalized to you. So that's that. But you can still, like I said, courses are very, very effective, but you have to actually follow them. So what deal is best for the 15 centimeter case? If you have a 15 centimeter fibroid, you need to be in my Detoxify Your Womb program. That's our 6-month program. And you're wanting to, like, if you have a 15 centimeter fibroid and you're wanting to shrink and help me to help you through the process of shrinking and dissolving that fibroid, I would recommend 6 months. However, if you want to just learn what to do so you can implement, and then also to implement it while you're working with me, and then also do work, have me tell you what to do even after the program, you can start off with the 6-week womb healing experience. Okay. And I think we've talked about what offers before. If you're not able to work with me, this is the next. If you're not able to work with me, for those that are not, because I know not everybody's gonna be able to work with me. This is why I have this. It's actually, I forgot to put belly, but it's Fibroid Belly Eliminator Bundle. But if you have any type of reproductive health issue, enlarged uterus, this will help for all of them. Hormonal imbalances, that will help for that as well. It's a lot of information in here. Do not miss out on this. It expires at midnight. About 6 hours. So let's go on to what else is causing your fibroids to grow. Because you're treating your fibroid like a surface level issue. What do I mean by that? So women that have fibroids tend to fall under 2 categories. Number 1 is following the medical way, the doctor way. So they just focus on the fibroid. The fibroid is the problem, and not understanding that no. If you have fibroids, it's a full body issue. You got to look beneath the surface to what caused them to develop. But they just focus on the fibroid. So guess what? They go through surgery. They remove the fibroid, and the fibroids grow back. They still have the hormonal imbalances. They still have the toxin overload. They still have all of that going on. They just focus on the fibroid is bad. No. What developed the fibroid? The fibroid is just a symptom. The fibroid is just the symptom. It's not the main problem of what's really going on in the body. So when you don't get to the root cause of a problem, unfortunately, it just comes back, comes back, comes back. It'll be a recurring issue in your life. It won't go away until you address it. You have to address it. It's a problem. Just like if you have a leaky roof or any type of maintenance issue in your home. If you don't get to the root, if you have a leaky roof and you just put paint over it, it's still gonna leak. Like that's not fixing the issue. That's what you guys are doing when you do these surgeries and when you do UFE procedures, right? So it's important that you know and understand that no, it's a full body issue. You have to repair your body. It's a full body issue when you have fibroids. So women that have fibroids, they either go the medical route and do it and again, approach the surface level, or they approach it surface level and go the natural way, or what they think is natural, right? By doing the supplements and the teas and surface level. And I'm not saying not to do supplements or teas at all, but I am saying that's not getting to the root cause of the problem. There's a difference between getting to the root cause of the problem and doing the real work, and just taking a tea and thinking that it's going to do the work for you, or just taking going to acupuncture and thinking that that's going to do the work for you. It's not. You have to stop looking for microwave ways of healing. You have to stop wanting and desiring microwave healing. You have to do the work, right? I know we live in a society that wants everything fast and convenient, and it's so convenient, but that's what's making us sick. That's what's making you sick. The fact that you want everything so fast, and the fact that you don't want to address the roots, that's what's continuously making you sick. And the teas may make you feel better, right? I'm not saying not to drink teas at all. I love tea, but it's not going to get rid of the tumors. We have tumors here, right? The tumors formed for a reason. I stopped eating meat. Okay, that's good. That's not getting to the root cause of the problem, though. It's not just diet, y'all. It's not just diet, and it's not just meat, but you can start with that. I'm still bleeding heavily. 501 racks. If you're not able to work with me, get this. This will definitely help significantly with that. Significantly. It's not just diet, y'all. Diet is important. Don't get me wrong. Diet is very important, and you do want to eat a womb healing diet. Okay, which is going to be different than the vegan diet, the keto diet, the carnivore diet. It's a womb. I've coined the term womb healing diet. A diet that's going to help you heal your womb. You do want to eat that type of diet. It's dairy, cheese, meat. What do you mean? Are you saying those are the things that you let go? It's not just diet, but do eat a good diet. Do eat from the earth. Do eat natural foods, right? But it's not just diet. Because a lot of women come out here, I try to change my diet, but I still have fibroids. It's not just diet. It's not just diet, okay? But diet is important. Diet is important because you can't be feeding yourself with trash and think that your body's going to heal. It's not going to heal. You can't be feeding yourself every single day with trash and think it's going to heal, okay? It's everything. It's everything. Mental, emotional, physical, everything. Because if you have bad habits, if you have toxic habits, why? You're trying to numb something. Whether it's smoking, whether it's eating, emotional eating for comfort, you're trying to numb something, right? You don't just have a bad diet just because you want to, just because you're trying to numb something. So it's everything. So this is why when we're working with me, we work on the whole woman, because it is the reason why you have fibroids is because of your way of life. It's not just your diet. It's your way of life. It's you not processing and not addressing the traumas that you've been through before. It's so much, like, it's you not processing. It's you not changing your internal environment. So it's important that you understand and know that, okay? So your fibroids is not a surface level issue. It's not a surface level issue. It's a red flag in your body. It's a red flag going off in your body. And it's important that you address it, because when you don't, it gets worse. The symptoms get louder. And then we start coming down with health conditions. But when women develop health conditions and they have fibroids, they never link it back to the fibroids. They never link it back to the root cause of the fibroids. If you have fibroids in another health condition, the root causes are the same. And if you have fibroids and do not have another health condition, you don't want another health condition. And guess what's another, let me tell you what's a health condition that you guys don't even know is a health condition. Perimenopause. Because perimenopause, because you're not supposed to experience that. You're not supposed to suffer for 2 decades or a decade before gradually transitioning into menopause. It's not supposed to be that. They've lied to you. Women that are in their, I've worked with women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, even some 60s. You're not supposed to suffer before you come on to menopause. Even during menopause, you're not supposed to suffer. That's toxicity in the body. As soon as you get the body healthy, you rebalance the hormones, all the perimenopausal symptoms go away. I've seen this in my clients. These symptoms are from hormonal overload in the body, hormonal imbalance, overloaded liver, a body that's overloaded with toxins. They're not normal. Literally, when you see the signs and symptoms of perimenopause, it's literally hormonal imbalances. But now women have been bamboozled into thinking that, oh, it's because of my age. That's why I'm experiencing that. No. Because women in their 20s are also experiencing the same things. Having issues with getting pregnant. Yes, because they message me and reach out to me all the time. Having all these perimenopausal issues. So now they're trying to move the goalposts and saying, oh, well, women in their 20s can now be perimenopausal. No, it's not an age thing. It's not an age. It's a health thing. It's a health thing, okay? So it's about your biological age, not your chronological age. But women have been so trained to focus so heavily on their chronological age. No. You can have 2 40-year-olds completely different when it comes to their health. Completely different. Depending on how one takes care of themselves or not. Y'all have to stop it. Chronological age is literally how many years you've been on this earth. That's it. It has nothing to do with your health. Nothing at all. Your age has nothing to do with your health. Nothing. You have to learn how to separate the two. Bad health does not just happen because you're older. No. Okay? So stop treating fibroids like a surface level issue. Address it as, listen, this is a red flag. This is my engine light coming on. If your engine light comes on in your car, a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh my God, what's wrong with my car? You're going to be wanting to understand why this happened. You're going to be concerned. Even if you don't do anything initially, you're going to be concerned. How come when your body's red engine light comes on, you don't care? I don't get it. Unless you ignore it. Unless people ignore their body's red engine light, unless they develop a condition. Unless it starts affecting them, the symptoms start affecting them immensely. It's important that you don't do that. Get to know that what symptoms are normal, what's not normal. Start to understand your body. Too many women do not understand their bodies. If you still think that heavy periods are normal, you don't understand your body. If you still think that bleeding, flooding is normal, you don't understand your body. If you feel like clots and pain during your period and all these symptoms, breast tenderness, that's not normal. That's hormonal imbalance. It's estrogen dominance. As you feel as though bleeding for 7 whole days is normal, no, it's not normal. Because when you get your body in balance, when you release the toxins in your body, your periods are no longer than 3 to 4 days. How many of my clients, hundreds over the years at this point, have said that when they first start working with me, sometimes their periods are 7 days, 10 days. I've even had clients that were bleeding every single day for like 6 months. And one of my clients was bleeding every day for 2.5 years before working with me. I could not believe it. Every day. I'm able to get them, once we rebalance the hormones, once we address the toxin overload, once we address the root causes, they're able to shift from a 3 to 4 day period. 3-day period. Much lighter. Much lighter, no symptoms. What does that tell you? That tells you that your menstrual cycle is your body's 5th vital sign. right? It speaks to you through the symptoms. But a lot of you guys are not listening. Okay, 5 to 7 is too long. That's hemorrhaging. Okay, so this is why a lot of you guys are anemic, or you're dealing with mineral deficiencies, because you're bleeding too much. You're not supposed to be bleeding that much. Okay, so I say all that to say I didn't want to be on here that long because I'm on here for a second time today. Never seen 3 days of my life. Guess what? I never did 2 until I went on my womb healing journey and I got rid of my fibroids. I never seen them before that, right? So it's time for you to do the work, 501 racks. So I'm not gonna be on here. Well, if you guys have questions, let me know. I'm only gonna be on here for a couple more minutes. Just letting you guys know, the Fibroid Belly Eliminator Bundle, our 11/11 sale, will be gone at midnight. Okay, it's only $111. Learn how to not only get rid of your fibroid belly, also help you get rid of your fibroids. Thank you for the gift. Thank you. Get rid of your fibroids. I want to heal as many women as possible in 2020, before 2026. If you do the work, you can see a huge difference. 2026, excuse me, it's like 7 weeks away. If you lock in, some of you guys can, even if you have the smaller fibroids, can get rid of your fibroids before 2026. Especially the one that said they had 2-centimeter fibroids. You can get rid of it. If you lock in, you can be symptom free in 30 days. But you have to address the root cause. Thank you. I appreciate that. 501 racks. I messaged you again just now. Where did you email me? Email me. You guys, I don't see every TikTok messages because I get so many. Email me. But I'll try to look for your message. She is Mrs. Curry. Email me. That's the best way to get me. Email me. Okay? So I don't see any other questions. If you have a quick question, let me know. Let me know before I get off. Which program do you recommend for somebody to dissolve a 10-centimeter in multiple clusters of fibroids? Our Detoxify Your Womb program. If it depends. Okay, it's okay. And this is to anybody too. If you want me to help you through the process of helping you fully dissolve the 10-centimeter fibroid in multiple clusters of fibroid, our Detoxify Your Womb program, and also boost your fertility. For women that want to have children, it helps also boost their fertility health. Not to everybody, because I know not everybody wants to have children, but fertility does equal health and hormonal balance. So I have another procedure on December 2nd. 501 Rex. We literally just have been talking about several times in this live. Procedures don't heal, but okay. So I would recommend our Detoxify Your Womb program if you want to learn what to do. If you want to start somewhere, still have access to me, still work with me, still get that one-on-one help, our 6-week womb healing experience. So it just depends, right? But also email me as well, Kay. Email me. And we can talk about it, okay? Because I may have some offers that are not on the link, on my link tree. Okay. But yeah, we got to get rid of these fibroids. All right, ladies. But we do have our 6-week womb healing experience that is going to be, it wasn't to get rid of the 6-month belly looking, hold on. I think you said I want to get rid of the 6-month belly looking, sorry. I want to get rid of the 6-month pregnant looking belly immediately. Okay. You don't live in I don't live in the US, but I still work with clients in the US. Okay. I still work with clients in the US. So I'm virtual. So I can work with clients anywhere in the world. I work with clients in Australia, and of course, London, so many in London, all over the US, Caribbean, Canada, New Zealand, Kenya. I would recommend the best program for you would be our Detoxify Your Womb program. However, if you're not able to do that, we do have the 2-month version of that available, but email me because I don't have that available on the link tree. Okay. But I would recommend working with me so we can get rid of that. I don't know if you've seen our testimonials, but we've helped clients get rid of their, I've had a client that literally had a uterus the size of an 8-month pregnancy. And I have her pin video on my TikTok. I share her stuff all the time. She got rid of that fibroid belly in a month. 1 month of the 6-week womb healing experience. I never seen anything like it. She was able to shrink her fibroids significantly. She came in not playing no games. She came in not, and she has a testimonial video. I remember literally within like 3 days in the program, she was saying, I feel so much better. Because she was in so much pain. Oh yeah, Kay, look at our testimonials. Like, our testimonials are amazing. Look at our stories. Look at our stories. But for women that are not able to work with me, get the Fibroid Belly Eliminator Bundle. It's $111. We have Klarna, we have Afterpay. There's no reason why you shouldn't get it. You have lifetime access to this course, to this bundle when you get it. It is not going to be on the link tree tomorrow. It will be gone by tomorrow. And I know I'll get messages. Do you still have the course? No, it was a one-time sale. One time. Okay, so that's all. That's all. Kay, reach out to me. Let's talk about doing this work. Okay, getting rid of these fibroids. Mrs. Curry, reach out to me via email, please, because I'm not seeing none of your messages. And I'll talk to you soon. All right, you guys have a good one. Bye.